Two of the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will put total weather to crank us up. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. On the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's looking to pass. Floating away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. This time on target. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Trying play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. And some room to work. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grab behind the line, it's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. They just keep firing. Gets it out quickly. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense set for a first down play.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Riggs. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets rid of it. Short throw to the sideline. Picks up just a little.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They're going back to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference. And they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Riggs. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by 4 over Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get to him as he throws.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left, wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Frederick. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, Next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Frederick. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the...
There he goes! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sends it back in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Finds a man on the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Looking for a deep man. Got it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Gates. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rushes on him. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Gates. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Mitchell. Finding open areas. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. That's caught. It's Edwards. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Unloads quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They want to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And he tacks on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Riggs. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Riggs. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Now the play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is an improve, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He fires to the left side. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make him execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big throw.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he was was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll ride his man on the option. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. This one's complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bray. Oh, out of space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. do it himself on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got a man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments. The snap sets up the throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down.
How about the response by this defense? You gave up some yards, so what? Bowed your neck now on 3rd and goal. 3 stops in a row when it matters most, forcing the offense into a critical 4th down situation.
He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And how about this defense? Wouldn't let him throw it into the end zone and then swarming to make the tackle to stop them short.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback.
And it's a fumble on the play. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Never quit on a play because you never know what will happen. How about him breaking the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Cal is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Berkeley for some time. They're up by 21 over Stanford. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The sure hands, it's Bray. Knocked down for the tackle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
After ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's gained. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And as he throws, he's open on the right. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Gonna swing it on second down. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the Morgan trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Going back to work on offense now. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Up-tempo for the offense. Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game time.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
second down, he'll throw it. He's got him this time. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When I shot finding a crease to go get that first and Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Big opportunity for this defense to get a stop and maybe get the ball back on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They've been as advertised in the passing game, and that's carrying them now to holding their spot in the top 10 and keeping that eye on the playoff, guys.
No doubt, and especially, man, when you make those late-season, big-time wins, top 10 wins, boy, do you put an exclamation point on your ranking. Ninth.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Had to settle for the field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Here's a hit. Got a man. It's Hayes. Looking for room at the 40. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Now, I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time.